A crossover between Star Wars comics and Star Wars video games? Let's discuss tonight. Everyone, welcome back to another Comics with Grace-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Grace.
And Drew would say he's here, but once again, when it comes to comics, he doesn't show up. Apparently,
he had to work. Let's
he got
be
called
fair.
to work on his day off. Okay, we'll believe him this time, one more time.
We believe him. We believe him.
But yes, this is technically our first Star Wars episode of 2026 because last week Drew and I did a YouTube exclusive review of Stranger Things season 5. So if you watched Stranger Things season 5 and you want to know our thoughts, go on YouTube because it's only on YouTube. Follow us there because we all you schmucks on Spotify and iTunes and stuff, you never subscribe to us on YouTube. So go over there, follow us there, watch the review, let us know your thoughts, theories. Were you happy with how this series ended?
Were you happy, Jeremiah?
Drew and I were mostly happy.
Okay. That's what I've heard from the fans. Like, it seems like people were generally happy.
A lot of people were not happy with it.
Okay. Well, those are like nameless people on the internet. Everyone I talked to was generally happy.
That's good. But I've been telling you for years, you need to get watching Stranger Things.
I know. I'm never going to watch it. Like, this break was the opportunity, and I don't think so.
It's so good.
Yeah,
You'd like it. I think you'd like it.
I know. I'm sorry. I did watch all of the Harry Potter movies over the break, though.
Yeah, did you read the books?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I read the books, and I've also watched the movies before. But this was like a good refresher.
Yeah, I've only seen the movies once, and I didn't see those until like a few years ago. So
okay.
And like, I don't know if you saw, but on Audible they have like a full cast now, and I'm like, maybe I should do Harry Potter.
I know. I've been eyeing those two, Jeremiah.
And they're like just like A-list actors that are like doing the voice acting, and like I was like, this might be actually kind of fun to do it, and they're all coming out this year, I believe, too. So like, two or three of them are already out so far.
Yeah, literally.
So I don't know. I was never into Harry Potter, but like with the audiobooks, I'm like, maybe it'd be kind of fun. But
I know. Like, I would like to read the books again, and I feel like that would be a better way to do it because they're kind of long, and I feel like I wouldn't have the energy to actually read them otherwise.
They are long, but they're also technically like
for children,
elementary school. So the font is bigger. So it's, which I always forget that it's aimed for like grades 3 through 6 or something, and I'm like, oh, so it's an easier read. That's why the books are so thick, because they're bigger print. But
yeah, interesting. Okay, that is what I enjoyed about the movies, is that like it's always nice to revisit kids stuff as an adult because you see the deeper elements to the story that you didn't pick up on when you were younger.
Right. But anything else? Oh, so we might as well go over some news. And it's not official news, but it seems like it could be coming out as official any day now. But supposedly Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down as president of Lucasfilm, and Dave Filoni and some other random person that no one knows will be appointed co-presidents of Lucasfilm. And so Dave Filoni would be the creative end, and the other lady would be like the business end, because Dave Filoni doesn't know how to run a multi-billion-dollar company. So they're bringing in some like other like business leader that's high ranking in Lucasfilm or Disney or whatever. So that's super exciting. Maybe there'll be a shift in Star Wars in the coming years with Dave Filoni at the steering wheel. But nothing's official yet, but it seems like it's any day now, because she's supposed to step down this month. So that means any day now that could be announced. So are you happy for that possible change with Dave Filoni or no?
I mean, I think it's both accurate to say that Star Wars has been making some really like crazy and bad decisions in the last 5 to 7 years, and also for me to be like, oh, I hate that everyone just bashes on Kathleen Kennedy on the
Yeah.
internet. I feel like it's a little bit sketch. So I have both feelings. Like I think that they do need to make some changes because I recently saw something that like there was some famous director who had like written a script for a Kylo Ren movie, and Adam Driver was on board to do it.
Oh yeah,
And
he
then
was Adam Driver was involved in writing it. Like they were
yeah,
both. Yeah.
and then Lucasfilm passed, and I was like, like what?
Yeah.
That seems like a no brainer. Everyone loves Kylo Ren. Like they would love to see more of that story. Adam Driver is like very, like people like him a lot right now. So I don't know. Like they need to get some new voices in those
Yeah.
meetings.
I really hope that they make that movie a reality. But even
Yeah,
if like
because he's
Dave
getting
Filoni says
old.
yes, like that's still like a 5 year away project, like to plan that out and stuff. So, but
And like they don't need to think too deeply about it. Just bring him back. Like if Palpatine came back to life, like so can Kylo Ren. It's not too late.
yeah,
We haven't done anything else with that like storyline, honestly.
yep. So hashtag
Bring
what
back
was that?
Kylo,
What was it? It was
Raylo.
no, we're not bringing back Raylo. No, if they bring that back, I will be so mad that
Everyone loves Raylo though.
no,
It's the
you
only
love
redeeming
Raylo.
quality of those
I
movies.
don't.
I love Kylo first, and then I'm like okay with Ray if she's with Kylo.
Yep. But you're not here to listen to us talk about unconfirmed things and things that may or may not ever happen. You're here for canon Star Wars, and we got tonight two collections that continue in the Bounty Hunters. Is it like a saga? Do we call it a saga? I don't know if it's too
I don't
big, but we
know.
got
Bounty Hunter's mediocre story that's not that interesting.
we got the first collection, or collection number 5, which is the
Huh?
raid on the Vermilion, and then number 6, which is Bedlam on Bastine.
Huh?
And so there's a total of 7. And so if you haven't heard the first 4, go check those out. We did those last year.
Yeah.
And so go check those out if you want to be familiar with the story. But based on how every single collection is completely different from everything else
Yeah.
and always changing.
And there's always like 12 million characters, and like none of them are memorable. You
Right.
might as well just jump in now.
So you're probably not missing much, really, if you just jump in now.
They're all gonna die anyway. We already know
Probably.
from having read the other comics.
But yeah, so we'll be doing 5 and 6 tonight, and so then the final one, 7, is a much longer collection, and so we will do that sometime in the future. We don't know; that's not planned yet. But
and then there are some other like exciting looking Star Wars comics. I was just perusing a little bit when I was preparing for today's episode, and like there's some new Dr. Aphra stuff I haven't read. I think there's some more like mainline Star Wars. I don't know. We should keep our ear to the ground for new and exciting Star Wars comics content.
The one that I don't know if they just announced it or if they announced an actual release date for it, but was previously announced. They're doing a Jar Jar Binks series that takes place post episode 3. So
I'm not interested in that.
I don't know. It's going to have Kelleran Beck and Jar Jar in it. So because I know like something in canon says that like Jar Jar Binks was kind of like shamed because he put Palpatine into power and he ended up becoming like a street performer.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, if they're making a comic series, maybe there's something bigger going on that.
Maybe he gets his redemption.
A redemption, yeah.
Or we get to hear more about the Dark Jar Jar.
Jar Jar, or it'd be kind of crazy if they like made him become like a essential person in like the Rise of the Rebellion. But like he's like kind of like Luthen, like he's just in the background. Yeah. No one knows about him.
Or Kira, honestly, in these comics, they could totally do that. He would be good for that.
Yeah.
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 Okay, Jeremiah, if there could be like a new Star Wars comic, like you get a story about something that's like it could be something that we've already gotten before, or it could just be like something totally new. What would you want?
Oh, I don't know. Like I like them like a lot of like the crazy like supernatural stars, like the Mortis arc type stuff, or like
Mm-hmm.
that last High Republic book, Trials of the Jedi, with all that stuff on that Planet X. Like,
Mm.
I like the crazy supernatural, spiritual storylines. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we don't get enough of that in Star Wars. So something along
Mm.
like could be like a Yoda thing, like him on Dagobah or something. I don't know, but
Interesting. What do you think I want?
some romance story. Like what
No, no
you
way.
want
Really?
an Ahsoka Lux Bonteri thing that takes place after episode 6 or episode 3 or whatever, and so it's like Ahsoka joins the rebellion, and then but she like starts working with Lux Bonteri, and they're fighting for
I feel like I
justice.
was never that into Lux. I feel like Ahsoka can do better than Lux. Maybe Ahsoka and Kylo. I'm
That
joking.
is that no,
That
you
was
weren't. You are
crazy.
not
That was
joking at
crazy.
all. Well, a lot of people wanted to ship Ahsoka and Rex.
No, definitely not.
That's a big one that people want.
Who would I like for Ahsoka? There just aren't that many other there aren't so many other characters that she interacts with. Luke, Ahsoka and Luke.
That is
Would that
not.
be weird?
Yes, that would be weird. Just because of the age difference. That's like she'd be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, okay. She'd be like a lot older. Like
yeah, that's
14 years older, 17 years older. That's
17 years
weird.
older.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah. She kind of looks like they. Yeah, okay. No, you're right.
um,
So what about Ahsoka and Mando?
no, Mando needs to retire with that chick from season 1, episode 4, The Sanctuary.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's who he needs to settle down with.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
But
Interesting.
we're not here to talk about shipping people and romance. We're here for comics. It's Bounty Hunter comics.
This is about
Even
comics.
though there's like love stories in this too tonight, so I
Oh,
guess
they're all terrible. Anyway, let's get into it.
I think I was supposed to start with like a recap or something.
Yeah. Just to catch people up to speed on where we are.
There wasn't a lot this from last time, so like two main things. With a General Rukara or whatever, she like takes
Mm-hmm.
over the Unbroken Clan, which is a crime
Yeah.
syndicate. Like she like kills the leader, and she wants the power, and she wants to find Cadelia, who is the heir to Unbroken Clan, and Mourner's Whale, which is another crime syndicate. And so like she's like could unite the syndicates together, and people want to stop that, and she doesn't want that type of thing. So, but our bounty hunter crew, they captured her
Mm-hmm.
last time.
Yeah.
But also the other main thing is Valence, our kind of like our main bounty hunter guy, who's like a cyborg. He gets captured by Darth Vader, and Darth Vader like fixes him and makes him a perfect cyborg specimen. And he's like, "All right, you're working for me now because I have all your memories." And
His family. Like
he's
Vader's like, I know where your like old girlfriend and
yeah,
her husband and Caldelia are.
because they had Cadelia, and Valence is unaware that Cadelia is in the possession
Of Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn has possession of Cadelia. So Valence is working for the Empire / Vader because he thinks he's keeping his former girlfriend alive.
Yes. And if you want to know more about Caldelia, she features pretty heavily in the Kira comics, which we did an episode about, and I'd highly recommend listening to and reading, honestly.
Yep, that is a very good. The Kira comics had a really, really good story. So
Yeah.
I think we did maybe two sessions on that one, maybe. Yeah. So go check that out. But yeah, so Grace,
yes.
Take it away for the raid on the Vermilion, the first half of tonight.
Yeah. Well, I thought I would just start with like a basic overview of what's happening in the comics that we read tonight. It's kind of just like further continuation / middle part of the story. So like there's no need to do a big high level overview, but like Jeremiah was alluding to, I would say the first part is really focused on getting to Caldelia. Everyone wants her. They think having Crimson Dawn having her is a bad thing. So that's our first focus. And then our second focus is a little bit more on Valence and the Empire versus the bounty hunters, and like Crimson Dawn's in the background, and we like get more of that if we read the Kira comics, basically. But I would say that was, if to the extent that there was like an overarching plot, that was the plot of the comics we read today. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought for like our opening snapshot, we could just both maybe like share our general reactions to what we read tonight.
It's
And I thought maybe it would be good to do like a highlight. Well, first of all, general reaction, and then highlight, low light, and interesting tidbit that we took away from the comics.
well, overall, I thought it was kind of like, like the Valence stuff is starting to get better.
Yes, agree. I love the Valence. They should have just made it all about him.
Yeah, in preparation for these comics, I actually listened to our last recording just unit when we did 3 and 4 to like remember exactly what was going on, and we kind of said the same thing. Like it should have just been a Valence story.
Yeah.
Because before he was like, I got to find Han Solo. He was my BFF from the military days, and then he got captured by Vader. So now that story's done. But based on how this story's going on, it looks like they're gonna pick that up again. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, the Valence stuff is interesting and more. But like, I feel like it's now that the storylines are starting to come together a little bit, but not enough for me to really feel like everything's there for a reason. But I'm trying to think. Well, one, the highlight is probably Inferno Squadron coming, because that is the video game crossover. Because so the 2017 Battlefront 2 video game, the story in that game follows those 3 Inferno Squadron characters. During the Battle of Endor, they were on Endor during the Battle of Endor.
Oh, wow.
And then them the year after, as they were holding on to trying to keep the Empire together, and they were at the Battle of Jakku, and they eventually
highly ineffective.
but they eventually turn good and join like the New Republic or the Resistance or something like that once they're old or whatever. And there was some really cool. The story was okay. There was some cool. The one big like scene from there that was like a turning point for the guy Del. He's in search of Luke Skywalker. Yeah. And Luke Skywalker is trying to find a vault that Emperor Palpatine had on some random planet. Okay. And so they're both going to this vault. Del gets trapped in like this like weird like bug sap thing or whatever. So he's like stuck in this cave. Yeah. Luke shows up. Yeah. And Del doesn't know that that's Luke. And he's like, "Hey, I need help. Can you help me? Like I'm stuck. I'm trapped." And so Luke takes
How does he not know who Luke is?
I don't know.
That's okay.
But he takes out his lightsaber and like frees him. And then Del is like,
"Wait a second.
like why did you help me?" And Luke was like, "Because you asked for help." And Del was just kind of taken aback by that. And then later on in the scene, they find the vault together, and Del is like supposed to like destroy the vault. And Luke is like, "Well, I just want this one artifact." And Del was like, "Well, why would I let you take that?" And Luke was like, "Because I asked."
Because I asked.
And then that was this whole turning point, and then eventually he turns good, blah, blah, blah. But like I thought that was a really cool scene with that.
Okay, that makes me like Inferno Squad more, because I thought like I was unimpressed in this comic. But anyway, okay, so that's your highlight. What's your low light?
The stupid cat stuff.
Oh my gosh, same, so bad.
Like one, I didn't even realize the significance until I was going over my notes tonight about why Vukra was so upset. It was because when she was a child, she had her cat taken away.
It's so stupid. I don't care. Like Vukora, like I immediately kill her. The characters suck. So all of those characters, Tonga, Losha, Vukora, like I hate them all.
Oh dang, dude.
Tonga is my low light, just to jump ahead. But like, yes, that cat stuff is actually worse. I should have put that.
Yeah, because like one, I was super unimpressed that they killed the Nexu so easy. She killed the Nexu like easily,
Yeah,
and then like her and was it Losha that was there with her? Like
yeah,
they were just both like crying over a cat when they're trying to kill each other, and
they're so
then like
stupid.
Losha just lets Vukra leave because she's sad that she killed a cat, giant cat.
And then, like, we're supposed to think that Vukora is having this, like, she's like having this crisis of faith that she's like going to rebuild her whole life, and that's why she like takes out all those other syndicate members that, with IG-88. But like, I don't care. I don't ever want to see her again. Don't even think about bringing her back. She's stupid. I can't even recognize her when she's wearing that stupid helmet. I was like, who's this new character? And then I was like, oh, it's actually Vukora.
That's the thing with comics is like because they're all handwritten or hand drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes characters just don't look the same from issue to issue or whatever, and it's just
I
or to
know.
change the hair or something on them. And I don't know, Valence when he doesn't have his skin ripped off his metal face, he just looks like a generic
It's
white
like a
guy, and it's
generic
just
white
like,
man. Yeah.
and it's like I've seen this guy a million times. Who's this guy?
Literally Jeremiah. There was a character at one point that was on the Empire Squad, and I was like, oh, is it Dr. Afra? And then it was like a few pages later, I was like, oh no, it's just another character that kind of looks like Dr. Afra.
Oh, in tonight's book thing,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that too. Like the glasses, like
Yeah.
the goggles. I'm
Yeah.
like, when
That
did
was unnecessary.
right? I like that we're on the same page on a lot of this stuff because that's.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else was there? Anything else I was supposed to answer for your
No, you
question?
got it. You got it.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. We're on the same page. Like, I have the same reaction to you. My highlight, I just put generally all the Valence stuff because I thought that story was good. And I really like that Valence is somebody who can go toe to toe with Vader. Like, I like that he stands up to Vader. I like that when they fought, it was like somewhat, like he was kind of holding his own before he got
yeah, because he had all his like his
shot.
lasers. I always forget that he has that
Yeah.
like laser hand things. Like he's Iron
Yeah.
Man, which is kind of funny because he's like
He literally
all
is Iron
metal
Man.
Iron Man. I don't
Lol.
know.
I liked my like interesting tidbit that I liked was the Zuckus backstory about being a whatever he is, like a
Finesman,
finder.
which
Yeah.
wasn't even like, really explained, and I hope they kind of explain it more in the next final issue.
Yeah, it's like it's like using the force, but like different. I liked that.
But like, what is a Finesman? Just
It's
the
like a
person that
navigator. It's like
just
when it's there. We had that in some other Star Wars thing where somebody has that skill, right? Like, oh, it's kind of like a way seeker. That's how I was thinking about it, like a Jedi, but like this, they're not a Jedi, but he's like definitely using the Force, but just like in a different way.
I guess I don't know.
I liked
It
it.
was I did appreciate it, but I was just like there wasn't a lot.
Is it?
But
Can the Everready do it? There was definitely some other story where non-Force users had some special ability to navigate in hyperspace. Do you know what I'm talking about?
well, hyperspace. I'm not sure. I know like in the Chiss, like
Oh
the
yeah, it's the chest. That's what I'm
like
thinking
the
about.
the
Yeah.
girls, the
Yes.
Skywalkers, but
Yes,
that
exactly.
is the Force. Yeah, they just call it
Yeah.
third sight.
Exactly. Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking about, and I think this is the same. It's just like a different cultural understanding of it.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Great. So now we'll just go quickly, like issue by issue. I'm not gonna like go through every single detail because I don't know. I think
Right.
that's boring when we do that. But so the first one we read it was number 23, and it was called A Clear and Present Danger or Dangar.
Dengar.
And the reason I was telling you earlier I had a law connection is because as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Because there's like a really like famous test in free speech law for like whether or not you can restrict speech. And it's like whether or not the speech like creates a clear and present danger.
Right.
So I thought that was funny.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. It's also the name of a movie from 1992 starring Harrison Ford, which is probably what they were playing off. I assume they were not playing off the 1919 Supreme Court case, but you never know.
That is interesting just because it has to do with Han. So,
Yeah, I assume it was the movie and not the free
right.
speech test. Anyway, so we get this flashback with Han and Kira. And then we the first few issues were about Dengar, and he's like working for the Crimson Dawn, and he just seems like a very unappealing character. I was not really that interested in him. He kills the syndicate leader, who's Caldelia's grandfather, named Hamdek. And Tonga is really upset because she liked that guy. And there's some like fun action. They're at a fancy restaurant, which was kind of cool, but generally nothing like incredibly worth commenting on. I did have some questions to ask you though, based on this issue.
Okay.
Number one, where do we stand on Caldelia as a character? We know more about her from the Kira comics, but like just generally after reading these issues tonight.
Well, we don't really get a lot of her tonight.
But assuming what like we know what like
Well,
knowing
based on
what
what
you
we
know.
know, it's like she's what is she? Do we get an age on her? Is she like 13 or 14 or something like that?
Yeah.
Like she's just thrown into this impossible situation that she didn't ask for. Of like she's the child of basically Romeo and Juliet, kind of, and she has to all this pressure of people want her killed, people want to capture her, people want her to have her loyalty to one crime syndicate over there, but others want her to unify the syndicate. So it's like she's just thrown in an impossible situation, and she's a child, and like she doesn't really have a lot of choice, even though it looks like she makes some choices tonight. But like, it's an interesting concept. I just wish the story was more focused on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than all this other
I guess
stuff.
it's not because they're telling it somewhere else, but I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to be in a syndicate, which one would you join?
Of these two or any of them?
Any syndicate.
I don't know. I kind of like Crimson Dawn. I don't know. I don't know
Obviously,
why.
yeah.
One,
that's the only correct answer. For
one, their
both of
outfits
us.
are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot in Star Wars Outlaws when it's a crime syndicate. You're working with the all different syndicates, and they have these cool like outfits. I don't know. I'm not fashionable, but like I'd rather wear that than the Hutt's like Weequay
Or
like
the ugly pikes. Like, yeah, I'm with you.
Pikes are kind of interesting, but I don't know. Crimson Dawn, also Kira. Like,
yeah, who doesn't?
I'd rather have her as a leader than she's nicer to look at than Jabba the Hutt.
Wait, who was the guy that was in charge before Kira? I liked him too.
Oh, Dryden
like
Voss.
Paul Bettany. Yeah, Dryden Voss. Yeah, that's right.
He was cool.
What would your bounty hunter name be?
Is this like what's the last three letters of the last thing you ate plus like the first three letters of the color shirt you're wearing or something?
I don't know. To be honest, I didn't think of an answer for this one for myself.
So okay, I'll give you. So a couple years ago, like a group of us at church tried to do like this like Star Wars version of D&D, and we had to come up with our character names, and so my character name that I came up with was Symmetry Guy. And I was like, yeah,
that's good.
You can just call me some guy. So that would be my bounty hunter name, Symmetry Guy, some guy.
I like that. I wish I needed to think about this in advance because I cannot answer on the spot, but I'm glad that you had an answer. Good job. All right, let's go to the next issue.
Well, I should say the one thing that you didn't mention though was the Han stuff, which is what they didn't go back to it really after, but it's kind of like
exactly.
It was Han and Dengar were in a race against each other on Corellia. And Han cheated, and so Han won the race. And then this basically is the villain arc of Dengar. He's so angry about this that he turns bad, which is this kind of a lame origin story for a villain, but
it's terrible.
But it's interesting that we get the information of like where he came from and stuff. But and how Han
Yeah.
was part of it, and Han was also best friends with Valence later on. So it's like a galaxy of trillions upon trillions of people, and
And they all know each
they
other.
all know each other.
They're all related. Yeah. So funny. All right. So basically at the end of that one, Dengar like teams up with Tonga and her team who are trying to get back Caldelia from the Crimson Dawn, but like he's planning to double cross them. Um so they and the reason they are willing to Tonga is willing to team up with Dengar is because like he claims, and I think this is true based on our previous issues, like that he like got onto the Vermilion or the ship and survived, so he like knows where to find
Right.
Caldelia. Um and then like Dengar goes and sets Vukora free, which we know is going to be bad news. We then like have this little flash aside in this issue to Lothal, which was fun. And we have Valence and his new Empire buddies, and he's like, "Oh, I'm only doing this because I have to." And they're like, "Sure, Valence." And then he like kind of saves a lot of people in the end. But the Crimson Dawn still manages to assassinate the general that they were trying to protect. And then Dengar gets Tonga and her team onto the Golden Dawn ship. And it's a trap. And like they're all kind of like, I thought it was funny how Boss and the other people were like, yeah, like we kind of knew this would be a trap. Like as far as traps go, it's not that bad. Um, and then they're like shooting around, and then at the very end, the Knights of Red show up,
Oh
and
gosh, I saw them
everyone's
show up.
like,
I'm
"Who
like, nobody
cares?"
cares.
Okay, Jeremiah. First of all, do you have any thoughts to add on that before I ask you some questions?
No.
Yeah, that's good. I wouldn't want you to. Okay. If you're assembling a bounty hunter team, who do you put on your team?
Is it only bounty hunters, or can I do other non bounty
No,
hunters?
you can put anyone on your bounty hunter team, but like, be responsible about it. You can't just put all Jedi.
I can't put like Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
No.
so like one
I guess I could,
Jedi, one bounty
yeah,
hunter,
or
one
like
like.
two Jedi maybe, but like think a little bit, like give yourself some limitations. I didn't think deeply enough to put them
Okay,
on for
well,
you.
you gotta go with, if I'm gonna pick a Jedi, Anakin,
Yeah.
then like like a trooper of some sort, I'd go with like probably
Yeah.
Rex, because that's everyone's favorite.
And just to be clear, you can like go anywhere on the timeline. Like assume you can grab people from wherever
Oh, okay.
and they'll be all the same age more or less.
So Anakin, Rex, Hondo, because he always survives. He's never
It's a
gonna
good
die.
one. I like that.
Like, how many do I get? 5, or how many?
I didn't tell you. 5 sounds good.
Um, uh, I don't know. I feel like that team is pretty good as it is. But
No, you need to choose 2 more.
2 more.
Pick. Do you have a pilot?
Oh, Hera Syndulla for a
Of
pilot.
course.
Best pilot in the galaxy in all of Star Wars.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think like what's like another category, like a good.
I don't know. Somebody with like who's smart or somebody who's strategic or like a healing sort of person. A creature.
Oh, I'll have Chopper.
Oh, a droid, of course. Yeah.
Chopper will be
That's
my
good.
droid.
That's good. Yeah.
All right, that's my team.
That's a great team. What would the name of your ship be?
That's harder. Like, it has to be something cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one's hard. I can't think of cool names of like, 'cause you can't do like like I don't know, people have like a boat name that's like stupid. It's like named after like a girlfriend or something. Like,
No.
um, oh no, you're putting me on the spot. How
I
about
know.
the? I need some good adjectives to like put on like a noun or something like that.
Sorry, that's not my area of expertise. You can Google some adjectives if that would be helpful. Chat GBT it. Oh, that would be fun. Should I do that? 1 second.
Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
ChatGTP, so what would be like the prompt of
Yeah,
like?
I got it. I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna actually use Claude for any of those who are curious which AI I'm using, and I'm gonna ask, give me some fun names for a Star Wars bounty hunter ship. This is the content you come to for this podcast, hearing me live search
Yep.
things. Okay, let's go. I'm using Opus 4.5 if anyone was curious about which model. Okay. Menacing and Direct, Debt Collector, Final Notice, The Reckoning, Corey's End. I don't really like those. Dark Humor, Terms and
What?
Conditions, No
What?
Refunds, Cash on Delivery, The Fine Print. I wonder if this is being influenced by the fact that I only ever ask it legal stuff.
I
Those
think
are all
that's
very
what's going.
lawy.
I
Okay,
think
I
that's what's
like
going on.
these. Creature Inspired, Crate's Shadow,
Ooh,
Nexu Claw, Rancor's Maw.
I think that first
Uh,
one. What was the first one? Crates what?
Crate's Shadow. Crate
I
Shadow. Should
I
we go
I
with
like that
that?
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is cheeky options. Aggressive negotiations. That's cute. That'll be the name of my ship.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just to be clear, my team would be Ahsoka, Gela, Axel, Padme, and
Oh, who do we got
I
joined
don't
us?
know,
Yaretsi
R2.
joined us. She's the first one to join the poor man's chat live
Yeah.
stream.
I
Hopefully
think
she.
we're having a great time. This is
We're
not a
having a
poor
lot of
man's live
fun.
stream tonight.
Yaretsi, what
Everyone
is?
who's not here is missing out.
Can you hear us, Yaretsi? Let's make sure the live streams are going. You can chat in the chat thing.
Yeah, tell us if you can hear us, and then we have some questions for you to participate on.
Wait. So who did you say again? You said Ahsoka, Gela,
Axel,
Axel.
Padme, and R2. Maybe another man would be good. I can't think of any.
Fontu, since you have that. You have
No, I don't
Axel.
like Fontu. I like Axel.
I know you
Fontu's
do.
whatever.
Okay, she can hear us. Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Your Etsy, who would be on your 5-person bounty hunter team? There aren't really any like limitations, just that you can't pick 5 Jedi.
Right.
You can pick from any time on the timeline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, while we're waiting for her answers, what do you got next for us?
I'm trying to think of another
A ship.
person
Did
to
you come
put
up with
on
a
my
ship
team.
name?
Oh yeah, I'm doing aggressive negotiations.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
liked
right.
that. I like a kind of like an upscale bounty hunter team. I guess I'd have Kira on my team too.
Oh yeah.
We'd be like fashionable feminist icon bounty hunters. I like Mando. I'd add him. He's pretty
Yeah,
good.
you can do Ventress. She'll be your 1-4 sensitive person.
Yeah. You can have 2. I picked Ahsoka and Gela.
Oh, that's right, Gela. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. How do I get the messages to come up, Jeremiah?
Oh,
so
it's on the
participate?
right side, a little bubble. Like if you like upper right hand corner, like when you bring it the cursor over, it'll pop up.
I don't see it. 1 second.
On Discord.
Inbox mentions.
Go now. Take your cursor below inbox, then it should pop
Okay.
up. The little bubble should pop up, and you click the bubble.
It doesn't pop up. I just see. Oh, here. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
So then we have all the comments from previous live streams on there too.
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay, let's just go to the next. We'll check in with your Etsy's answer after our next issue.
All right.
Okay. So the next one is called Raid on the Vermilion Part 2. So we're still raiding the Vermilion.
Yep.
The Knights of Ren show up. They're mid, as to be expected. Zuckus and Forlom have their bromance fighting happening. They're cute. I like them both.
And they're completely different than they were before. They were like in the early issues. They're like super like intimidating and good, and now like Zuckus is just like this
It's okay. It's
soft
okay.
character, but whatever.
Yeah. And then Losha and Vakora are having their stupid fight on the ship. We don't care about that. We check in with Valence. He is like complaining about his relationship with Vader and that it's temporary. He's flirting with Lieutenant Hayden, who has like a fake eye. So they're bonding over
Well,
their like
I
cybernetic
thought
connection.
she was kind of flirting with him, but he was resistant to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we never get any context on like why she's really into it, other than it's like,
I
is
mean,
this because he's a heartthrob, and it's just.
yeah, I mean, I like it makes sense. Like, she's lonely. He's lonely. They have the cybernetic thing in common.
I'm
They're
just
both
saying her eye
dumb.
thing
Like, I
looks
don't know.
so. She looks like we were talking about Harry Potter, that guy in Harry Potter with the eyeball.
Oh yeah, I forget who that guy is. Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about.
But Yachi says Mando, Ventress, Ahsoka, Cad Bane, oh dang, and
Oh,
specifically
oh.
EU Boba Fett in his prime. Oh dang,
Okay, and Yuretsi, what would the name of your ship be?
yeah,
Jeremiah's would be the what?
the
Did you say
Crate's
it was?
shadow.
Yeah, that was great. Okay. Um, so they're flirting. And the interesting part of this is that we start to see, like, I think that Lieutenant Hayden and like their little Imperial gang, like, genuinely think that they're the good guys. And you
Yeah,
can kind of see why they think that, right? Like, to
right.
them, we're dealing with crime syndicates that sell drugs. That sounds pretty bad to me. And they're like blowing stuff up. That sounds pretty terroristy to me. So, like, as much as I think the Empire is bad, and I don't want anyone to like get me wrong on that, I did see where they were coming from here.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And then uh, just as like Lieutenant Hayden makes her move on Valence, he's kind of like, I don't know. But like I guess she doesn't make the move yet, but like she's probing him, he's like listening, and then she gets a call that's like actually his whole family
Is
has been killed.
she his superior, or are they like
Yeah,
equal?
I think she's the
So where's
superior.
HR in this whole thing? Like her asserting her like
I don't
position
feel
of
like
power over him. Like I don't.
have we
If
ever
it was
had
the other
any.
way around, this would be an outrage, right? I was kidding.
I know, I know. Well, have we ever felt that there was any sort of respect for HR in the Empire? Let's be honest.
Have you seen that lady that goes to cons and she's an Imperial HR officer, and she like
Mm-mm.
goes around to, like, people in like their Star Wars cosplay and like writes them like tickets and
That's funny.
like the violation of dress codes and stuff like that. And
Yes.
those are funny.
Yes.
She's like on Instagram and like YouTube and stuff. Like she just posts videos of that, and it's pretty funny.
We need more HR in Star Wars. Like, I'm sorry, Vader can't just be killing people in meetings. That can't be acceptable. We need to have some due process.
Well, unless you're the lawyer, unless maybe when they signed up they did the fine print and they waived their rights to
Yeah,
certain things.
I guess so. I guess we'd have to know more about the underlying legal system because some rights you can't waive no matter what. But I get the sense that there aren't a lot of like constitutional protections in the Star Wars universe. But that's, just a sense.
Right.
Yoretzi, we're still waiting on your ship name. Okay. So and then Tonga. So we have all this Valence backstory, whatever. His family was all killed, but Lieutenant Hayden is keeping it from him. And then meanwhile, Tonga is like getting close to finding Caldelia on the ship. I think she's like broken off from her friends at this point and just is on her own. Yeah, tell me more about your thoughts about the whole like Imperials seeing themselves as the good guys
well,
in this story arc.
well, I would say in general, most people in the Empire think they're doing good.
Hmm.
And the best example of this is if you read Drew's favorite Star Wars book, Lost Stars. Like, it's not just a love story. You actually like see the compelling of like people in the Empire like think that they're doing the good thing. Like these people are rebelling. They're blowing up Death Stars. They're killing all these Imperial. They're doing all this stuff, and like they think they're doing the right thing, and all they do is like they're in a ship in the Imperial Navy, and they're trapping, getting pirates, and they're
Mm.
going after. And so it's like
Mm.
from their perspective, they're in the ship. They don't see everything. They're being lied to by the Empire on a lot of things. Yes, but like they genuinely think that they're keeping the galaxy safe and bringing peace and prosperity. And it's not until like people get their boots on the ground when they're in cities and villages and they see things that happen that they turn. So it's like the Empire. If you're in within the Empire and you're being lied to, and you only see what you see, like it seems like you're good. And like even I always go back to the scene in Mando season 1 when the guy who's trying to get Grogu, who's like, when you look at every single metric, the Empire brought prosperity throughout the galaxy, and it was like all these in trade, in finance, and this and this, and like all the Empire did was, now obviously it's biased things, but if that's all you're fed, you're gonna believe it. So
Yeah. 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 Exactly. I mean, that's also like kind of speaks to Anakin's whole thing, like originally back in that second prequel movie where he was like, well, with a dictatorship, like maybe things would be more efficient. And like,
oh, and Pam is like, "Oh, you're just messing with
yeah,
me," and
Padme's
he's
like,
like,
what?
"Oh, yeah, I'm messing with you, yeah."
Are you okay, Anakin? Um, but like, to a certain extent, he and these empire people are right. Like, in certain ways, a dictatorship can be more efficient. There are just other things that are sacrificed along the way
Right.
that we, as people who don't live in a dictatorship, tend to value. Okay. If you could get some sort of augmentation, like a fake eye, as a bounty hunter, what would it be?
Well, because I have a bad back, I'd like to have a good, healthy back. Does that count as an augmentation, or
I guess.
let's see, maybe I don't know.
The Iron Man hand, that's pretty cool, right?
I don't know, speed or strength would be like
Okay.
enhanced running speed, or just like enhanced strength. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Or maybe the enhanced brain. I think because he has that too. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good answer. Okay. Right on the Vermilion part 3. So Tonga is like, oh, I'm so glad that Losha is safe back on the ship. Meanwhile, Losha is like going at it with Vukara and is like totally at risk. There's the stupid stuff with the cat, which we already talked about, so we don't need to, I'm not going to recap that. It's very sad and weird. Back on the Imperial base, um, oh yeah. So Lieutenant Hayden is feeling kind of like, my initial read is that she feels guilty and she's trying to manipulate Valence, which is why she goes in to kiss him and like promote the romantic stuff. But I do think that she was perhaps like a bit interested in him before based on her like next actions. Um Dinger, we get a little information on him. I don't really like whatever. I didn't care. And then finally, Tonga finds Caldelia, and then like Kira and Margot and like all the like main Crimson Dawn people from the Kira comics show up. And Kira's like, Caldelia, do you want to leave? And Caldelia's like, no, I don't want to leave. Everyone keeps trying to capture me. Like, I'm sick of it. I just want to stay with Kira and the Crimson Dawn. And Kira's like, I like you, Tonga. Like, why don't we work together? Like, I'll let you live and like we can be partners. And Tonga's like, oh, I don't know. But then she's like, takes the communicator from Kira, um, and goes back to the ship with all of her bounty hunter crew. And that's the end of that one.
Well, we should mention that Kira wanted to hire the bounty hunter to be like part of Crimson Dawn.
Yeah.
And so,
which is what happens, right? Because we know that Tonga eventually is like fully part of Crimson Dawn and then dies fighting for Kira.
I vaguely remember something about that, but
Yeah, exactly. You vaguely remember because she's a terrible, unmemorable character. But yeah, Vader kills her in the end.
so Yaretzi's ship name would be the Tuber Maw. Tuber Maw is a Star Wars planet. It's dangerous trap like plant.
That's great.
Star Wars
That's a really good
plant.
answer.
The Tuber Maw.
Yuretsi, who would you ship with Ahsoka? That
Oh
was an earlier
gosh.
question.
Yeah.
We're so grateful for your active participation. You don't have to answer. All right. What did you think of Kira in this exchange, Jeremiah? I felt like she was super savage in a way that I was like, oh gosh, I don't love
I don't know.
this.
I don't remember. It was just a short scene, so it's like it didn't really. I don't remember what all she said.
She basically was like, Tonga was like, I just wanted to like make things better, like, like improve the circumstances. Like she said something generic, but like generally wanting to do good. And Kira's like, well, like you were never going to be able to do that. Like you're so weak and
Oh,
powerless, but I'm powerful. And if you join me, like maybe we can do something.
yeah. That's on brand with Kira to say something like that.
It is.
So
It
like
is.
I do like Kira as like she's just strong and doesn't give a crap like what others like she's not got anyone intimidate her, which is all syndicate leaders, but there's just like a because I feel like a lot of crime syndicates have been around forever. Where it's like Unbroken Clan, they've been around for centuries. Like, and I feel like even though Crimson Dawn was around during Clone Wars with Dryden Voss at the driver's seat, like I feel like Crimson Dawn is like something new and fresh, and Kira is kind of like making it her own, and she's not held back by a tradition or like a lineage of other people that want to like usurp her position. Like she's, I don't want to like say, oh yeah, she's a strong, independent woman. I'm all about that. Like, yeah, sure, but like, there's just something different about it, classier, new, fresh, that I like.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think she's cool, even if she's like a complicated and perhaps not like completely heroic character. But that's the point. That's why, like, at the end of the day, when the resistance wins, like, we don't see Kara because she's not a heroic figure to be at the front of a resistance movement. She's somebody like a Luthen who's always going to be in the shadows helping to like spur things forward, but isn't actually going to be there to get the credit.
Yeah. Fun.
All right. And then I just wanted to flag that, like, I could care less about Tonga and Losha and their romance. I could care less about the Valence romance. I did have a question here where I was going to ask you to call out your favorite Star Wars romance moments, but I do feel like we've hit that kind of already, so we don't have to answer that question.
We have?
I mean, you're welcome to tell me right now. I figured you'd be frustrated with me for all my romantic talk.
No,
please go right ahead.
I expect you to bring this flair to the podcast sometimes.
Go right ahead, Jeremiah.
Favorite ships.
Yeah, you're right. Ships. It doesn't even have to be real romances. I love that attitude.
So I do like Obi-Wan and Satine. That's just a good story.
Yeah.
And I like that. I don't know if we mentioned on Mando or on recording if it was before, but like Mando and that girl from Mando season 1 from the village. Yeah. That I'm trying to think of like other like ships that like didn't come to be that like I feel like could be. I feel like there was like a couple like ships that I was like really into that I thought could work. Right. I do like that, like the Ahsoka Lux Bonteri thing. Just them kind of like, it's just a funny thing that like that scene when they kind of like talking for the first time or whatever, and Ahsoka catches him checking her out, and she's like, boys in the Separatists are the same as those in the Republic. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of a funny scene.
I just feel like Ahsoka can do better. I don't know. Like, what does he bring to the table? I don't really remember much about Lux.
But it's also like Leia could do better than Han.
Yeah. Absolutely. Who yes. She really
but
settled with that one.
you can't stop true love. Like
Hmm.
I don't know. There's this.
Yeah.
I feel like
The same way that, honestly, let's be honest, Padme could definitely do better than Anakin.
what? Huh? Yeah, he's emotionally unstable. Yeah, and he turns to the dark
Yeah.
side. But I'm saying
Yeah.
like
And dumb.
dumb. How is
I don't
Anakin
know. I mean,
dumb?
Padme is like highly educated, and Anakin's like, did he go to school? Like, I don't
But
know.
that's okay. That a
Yeah,
highly
yeah, yeah.
educated woman can marry a hardworking man that helps provide for the family. That's a quality that's valid.
I
Like,
guess so. I guess so.
yep.
I mean, obviously, I love them, but
What,
I
what
still
was
think she could
what
do
was the
better.
name of the guy in Clone Wars that was like her other ex
Oh,
boyfriend? What was his
oh yeah,
name?
he was terrible. Rush, no,
Rush
Clovis.
Clovis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather her be with him?
No, I know you're right. The alternative is she just marries some like prissy politician, which I guess would be boring. Like she needs somebody a little bit more exciting, which is why she goes with Anakin.
Here,
And
he's
he's
like,
really, I mean, he's hot. Like I get it.
here, he says, "Death
Death
to
to Clovis.
Clovis." Did he die? Right? He fell to his death.
I
Like,
think so.
was it like
Yeah, yeah.
Anakin?
Like Anakin drops him.
The force sensitive, the strongest force sensitive person in the galaxy can't hold him
Yeah,
up in your. Oh, okay, Anakin.
I respect Anakin for that. Way to get rid of the competition. I agree with you, Yuretsi. I feel like Ahsoka is really strong. It's hard for me to see her with any guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
Okay. 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 Great.
Oh, the whole disco thing now coming up.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Tonga has a terrible dream about Boba Fett. She's feeling kind of bad. She's like, should I work with the Crimson Dawn or not? And then like her bounty hunter gang is kind of struggling to stay afloat. So they come up with this whole like they take a job defending a Pike guy from assassins, and like the job's to keep him safe at a disco. And I'm like, sir, you just need to not be out in public if you're trying to like if people are trying to assassinate you. This is like your own fault for putting yourself at risk. But they go, and then the guy on her team who's like named Tashu or something stupid who doesn't speak
Kasu, yeah, the guy with the blades.
basic. He kind of has a crisis of faith when he meets some people from his own planet and they're speaking his language, and he ends up killing the Pike guy. And then everything kind of like falls apart for the mission. Um, yeah, that's what happens in this next issue, which is called Havoc at the Accretion Disco, Part 1.
Yes.
Any additional thoughts on the recap I just gave?
I thought it was funny that Valence was unable to drink alcohol because his body is so mechanical that it processes the alcohol, so he can't like
I thought that
medicate
was funny too.
himself.
I feel like he and Vader could be friends. I feel like they have a lot of the same struggles, and they should bond over
Yeah.
their
So then this is
emotional
also
stuntedness and
this one here.
cyborgness.
Valen and Lieutenant Hayden kiss for the first time, right? I think, yeah.
I thought that was the last one.
Well, she went in for a kiss and he pulled away, but this one they actually.
Oh
kissed.
yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
But
And he's like,
the
I don't have
reason,
a heart, but I want to try things with you. That was so cheesy.
but Ojo also mentioned that Tasu kills the Pike leader because the Pikes bombed like the fight
Yeah,
crew
like a
that
school
like
or something.
fight school that like Tasu was trained in because he's like a
Yeah.
master like pit fighter or whatever. He's like one of the best in the galaxy, so that's why he betrayed the contract.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who would you like to take to a disco in the Star Wars universe?
Well, Hondo for sure. He'd be fun. I don't know. Han might be fun, but I'm not like a club.
Han would be great.
I'm not a club person, so I don't know what goes down.
Well, me neither, because discos, I mean, like,
Oh, you mean you're
we're
not a
not like
crazy?
50 or 60 years old. Like, discos are not a thing anymore. I don't know what that means, but just, think, like
I don't
whatever
know.
from a movie.
Hondo, Han. What female would be? Oh, Lando. Reggie says Lando.
Lando, that's a great call.
Um, he definitely be in the booth in the VIP thing. Lando, wearing all of his
Yeah.
have his capes on. Who's like a female that would be good to have at a club?
I mean,
Like
you tell me.
who's like a female character who's like secret like party person that like they hold themselves like not Padme. Padme would never be at a club, but
Padme
like
would have fun at a club. She would also just be in, like, she should go to a bougie club.
no, she's too sophisticated. She's too highly educated for.
Oh my God, I did not mean it like that. I
uh,
obviously love Anakin. Don't take it the wrong way.
um, I don't know. I guess that's all. I don't know what female characters.
I think
Well,
Ahsoka would have fun at a disco.
no, she'd be like, this is stupid. I think she'd go
Hmm.
in, she would try it out, and then it would be stupid.
What about Leia?
Yeah, probably Imperial, like the original trilogy era. Padme or Leia, she'd probably be down for going to the club once in a while.
Because she's rebellious. That's why I feel like Padme and Leia could enjoy it because they both have a like sophisticated side and then a like breaking the rules side.
Yeah. What's the? Oh, why am I blanking on her name? The chick from Rogue One,
Oh, Jin.
Jin Urso. I,
Yeah.
I rebel. Like maybe she'd go to the. She's been to a club, a few clubs while she was on the run.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I feel like the whole Andor crew would be into clubbing, like Cassian, Bex. Like before everything like happened for them, like I could see them being clubbers.
Oh yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, oh yeah. I would just take my bounty hunter crew though. We'd go to like a wine bar or something.
Oh gosh, a spotchka
We'd bring
bar.
Dooku. I think Dooku would be good at a wine bar.
Yeah, yeah, you're right on that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Ooh,
and
this
Axel.
of course. Oh, and Padme. Like, oh, just think we'd have such a good conversation. We'd have some cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers.
We'd listen to classical music. We'd go to the opera with our pretty dresses
Oh
afterwards.
gosh, here we go.
And then we'd
Anyway,
do some bounty hunter stuff in our aggressive negotiation ship.
yep.
Oh, yeah. An arcade. That sounds really good too.
An
I
arcade.
honestly, I would as well, to be fair, Uretzi.
All right, fun.
um, okay. I went to Dave and Buster's for the first time this summer and it was so fun.
I've never been
Yeah.
because it's just like arcade and like laser
Hmm.
tag. Do they have like laser tag and like stuff like that too?
There
Bumper
might have been
cars.
laser tag. I didn't play it. I was so locked in on the game where you like hit the thing. I played that like
Hit
50
the thing.
times.
Hit the thing.
Um,
Like, what do you mean hit the thing?
okay. It's like you have like a paddle and you hit something and something else goes up. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, the bell. Like it rings the bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Did you ring the bell?
Yeah. Because I played it like 50 times. So eventually I got it.
You think you usually get tired the further you go, so the lower the thing, the harder it is to get it up because you get so tired. But
Yeah.
well,
Well,
congratulations, you hit the bell.
thank you. Thank you. So maybe we'd go there after the wine bar. Okay.
I think there's a Dave and Buster's not too far from me. So when you come to Minnesota and visit us, and we go get Indian food, we can go to Dave and Buster's and play laser tag. How about that?
Say less.
Yeah, come this summer. Come on. After you
Okay.
take the bar, this is the summer that you're coming to Minnesota.
Okay. I would like to make it happen. I would. Yes.
I know you like
Okay.
your international travel, blah blah blah, but
Why not both?
that's right. You do go on multiple trips a year, but
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's go back to Star Wars. Um, um oh, I'm going to put this question for our next issue because we spent a lot of time on the disco question. Okay. So the next issue, they're all like, oh no, maybe the Pikes won't get mad at us for killing the client. And then immediately the Pikes are like,
Yeah.
oh, like we're here.
Yeah, like why would they not be mad at their leader this got killed? Like,
Yeah. Valence, meanwhile, is with his Empire crew meeting Vader on Vader's Star Destroyer. My favorite part of this exchange is the Trandoshan that's working for the Empire is like, I should have polished my scales. That was funny.
yeah.
Valence and Hayden are flirting a bit. Vader is being really difficult with Valence. But I kind of like that Valence is standing up to him, as I talked about earlier. Meanwhile, Tonga and her team are battling the Pikes. And then Vikora has taken back the throne of I like forget which syndicate she was associated with before, but she's like back on top of that syndicate, basically.
Vakura, she's Unbroken Clan.
Broken Clan, yeah, okay. And then Tonga also rescues all the people that were at the disco with them because she feels bad. And then she's like, okay, that went so terribly. We really need money because nobody wants to hire us. I guess we'll start working for the Crimson Dawn. And she gets sent to Bestin, this planet. And Vader also sends Valence and his crew to Bestin. So we're like, ooh, yay, they're going to like interact.
I thought it was cool though, because this disco thing, it's like on a ship in space on the edge of like a black hole. And it's like precisely positioned so it doesn't get sucked in, but you're as close as you can be to like actually like observe it. And Forlom, he sabotages the ship, so it starts getting sucked into the black hole, and that's how they're able to escape, which I think is cool.
Oh, I totally like missed that. That is cool.
Huh? You missed that?
I don't know, for some reason I have no memory of reading that and I have it nowhere in my notes. But
you remember
okay.
the black hole thing?
No, I don't know what happened. I don't remember.
That's why it was so like a rich disco, because like it's positioned right by a black hole, and if the thrusters aren't precisely where they're at, then it gets sucked in. So that's like,
oh, that's why they had to get all the people off. I'm understanding now.
Yeah.
I just I skimmed. My bad. I missed that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is where we would normally say, if you're partying at a disco and need a hot beverage, we would say something about coffee and or tea. But if you've been following us, you know that at the first of the year, Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea shut their doors and they are no more. So no more coffee breaks for us. But through the magic of editing, if we need to take a break halfway through, we would do it right now. And we're back with the magic of editing. So here we are. So that was the raid on the Vermilion. And so next up, we have the next collection. So Grace, take it away.
Yeah. Okay. So we're now on to Bedlam at Bastine. That was some very creative alliteration on the part of these writers.
And what does Bedlam mean? I looked it up. I forgot. What does it mean?
I think it means like a mess.
Okay.
Like some craziness. That's how I would define it.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you ever? No. Okay, never mind. You definitely haven't seen it.
What?
Okay.
What? That's me.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if you've ever seen the show on Netflix called Fauda.
No.
Maybe some people who are listening to have. It's pretty popular, which is why I thought maybe you'd seen it. Anyway, Fauda is an Arabic word that means like it has the same sort of meaning. It's like mess or yeah. Anyway, so when I was defining Bedlam, I thought of Fauda and I thought of the TV show. And then I was like, there's no chance he knows it and I won't ask him. And then you were like, ask me anyway. And here we are. It's a really good show, though, if you're okay with a little bit of violence.
Right.
Okay. Yes, so we're on Bastine. Valence and his group are told that they're there to protect like a medical shipment from some terrorists from the Crimson Dawn. Meanwhile, Tonga and her crew are told by the Crimson Dawn that they're there to like stop the Empire from basically blowing up a village that has some like sympathizer, like anti-Empire sympathizers, which is more of the true story. Um, and so, yeah, we just start like, and the two sides basically start the clash. We have a fun little fight between the Imperial Trandoshan and Bosk. And then Tonga and Valence finally come face to face. And just as a reminder to anyone, like, they used to be on the same bounty hunter team, so they're friends. They're like a family, I guess, which is cute. I had forgotten that by the time I was seeing them here, but it was a nice reunion, I suppose. Um, so yeah, that's where we end up.
Yeah.
Um, I the one like comment I had about this issue was that I continue to appreciate the complexity that the story is giving us, or like the hint of complexity around the Imperial versus Crimson Dawn motivations. Like you already talked about it quite well earlier, but I liked that it came up again here.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm. Oh yeah, okay. And in honor of the two Trandoshans that we have fighting, and the amusing comments that was made by that one Imperial Trandoshan earlier, what do you think is the best strategy for polishing one's scales?
I don't know. I've never
Huh? We're gonna think of it.
circular motion, not
Okay, but
up
like,
down
what
or left
substance
right.
are we using? Are we using like a glasses cleaner? Are we using like a gel, like a soap, a sponge, a washcloth?
I don't know enough about Trandoshan skincare, so I don't know like what if
That's a good point. Are we using moisturizer? Are we using some sort of primer, exfoliant?
exfoliant. I don't know, I feel like if it's a polish, like it's going to be something that would you'd probably clean your scales first, take a shower, scrub that up, and then once it's clean, then you just use like something that's like a natural polish, like a natural secretion from a plant that's good for the skin, like a what's
Aloe
the
vera.
yeah aloe vera type thing that not just good for skin but makes just the thing. So it's probably like a plant on Trandosha.
Okay.
Is that their planet, Trandosha?
I don't know.
You're right. See, you're in the chat. Is Trandoshans from the plant called Trandosha? I think that's what it is. I'm sure they have a natural plant there that they could use to like make their scales shiny.
Okay. I like that. The thing that I was imagining them doing is there's like, I don't know if you know the little things you can use to make your nails shiny called like a nail buffer. It's like
Yeah.
a little, yeah, that's what I'm imagining. He's like putting that on each scale to make it shiny.
Okay.
But it could be a natural plant secretion, as you came up with. That's much more intelligent and thoughtful. Okay. Next, we continue Bedlam on Beston. We have a flashback to Tonga and her brother Tongor. I don't care. We get more of her flirting with Losha and the backstory there. We also just get a reminder of the fact that they were all in this gang or bounty hunter group with Nakota Lash. And that Tonga and Valence used to be on a team
And they
together.
seem so happy all as a crew. They seem like a
I
family.
know.
So
I know.
now they're dysfunctional.
I know, it's sad. It's sad. And Valence and Tonga are like, wait, what are you both doing here? Why are you working for the Empire? Why are you working for the Crimson Dawn? Oh, okay. They are from a planet called Trandosha, also called Dosh or Hiskor. Nice, thanks.
Oh.
And Valence is like, I'm only working for the Empire to protect Yura and Caldelia. Yura is his old girlfriend. Tonga is like, wait, the Crimson Dawn has Caldelia and Yura is dead. They've been lying to you. And I was like, oh no, is this going to go badly? But basically, Valence is kind of like, okay, like Tonga, I'll come with you. Like, I'll turn on the Empire, which is nice. It makes us understand that he never really was pro-Empire. And we get this cool line at the end where he's like turned on the Empire and he's fighting them. And they're like, he's a monster. And he's like, yes, I am. Like, I'm what the Empire made me. I liked that a lot. And then And then we also find out that, of course, like the Empire was not delivering medical supplies; they were like delivering bombs. And
Right.
Valence like is able to send the bombs back towards an Imperial ship. And Vader shows up and is super displeased.
Yeah, but then did you skip over Valence and Lieutenant Hayden break up via holocall, basically?
Oh yeah, I mean they have their real breakup in the next one, which is why I didn't talk
Right, but
about
they
it.
kind of like Valence was like, "You knew, blah blah blah. I can't believe I trusted you,
Yeah,
blah blah blah." And they're like,
yeah,
"Whatever." But then like, you're right. The next usually it's more intense. But I have it in my notes that Valence calms Lieutenant Hayden, and then I just put breakup.
yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool.
Okay, so we have some stormtroopers in this issue. What do you think stormtroopers do in their spare time?
They just sit there and not do much. Like just like in like certain scenes, like on Rogue One on Scarif.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear they're phasing out the whatever blasters or whatever it was, the T-99s or something like that? They're just like talking about stupid stuff. How's the weather? About like I don't know. They're just regular people that trying to provide for their family, get some good health insurance, and like stuff like that. So and on also like in the Lost Stars, they have so that there's like game rooms on starships
Hmm.
and stuff like recreation areas for people to use. So they
Yeah,
got
maybe
they.
they bet on pod racing. I can see them being into pod racing. It's kind of like
Oh
the
wait, what?
football of the Star Wars galaxy.
Oh no, no, they can't bet because later on with Inferno Squadron, the guy's like, I bet 20 credits at such and such fight with like Lasso or not Lasso, Tasso or Tasu, whatever his name
Hmm.
is. I lost 20 credits, and
Yeah.
the Aiden, the chick, was like, "You're not supposed to be betting, blah blah blah. You're going against protocol, so they're not allowed
Oh,
to bet."
interesting. Okay,
But
no
I'm sure they
betting.
all bet anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, nice. That was my only question. Okay, yeah. Bedlam on Best in Part 3. Valence freaks out at Vader, which does seem like a bad idea. I wouldn't recommend doing that given that we have a like no one has any success ever beating Vader unless maybe they're force sensitive and still they don't have any success, but whatever. So they fight. It was pretty cool. Vader's like, "Wow, man, you're pretty hateful. Like I could see your potential," which was fun. Um, and then Valence is like, at least I saved the village. And Vader's like, no, I'm going to bomb them anyway. Valence tries to convince Lieutenant Hayden to side with him. And she is kind of like, no, and shoots him in the head. He falls off a cliff. Meanwhile, we
But
go to
her line though that she says is, "The Empire was my first love," and then shoots him.
yeah. Yeah, that
Which
was
is
so stupid.
what? You thought that was stupid? I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
don't know. Also, like, it just, I mean, this is jumping ahead, but she definitely, like, shoots him. Like, I was like, he's not going to die because number one, he fell off a cliff. And number two, he's, like, all a droid anyway. Like, she shoots, I think she purposely shoots him higher up on the head so he's, like, able to survive the wound,
Right.
basically. Um, Oh yeah, and then we get this stupid flashback of Cora, like who I guess was like she was best friends with the girl who was going to be the heir of the
But I
Unbroken
think
Clan.
she was a slave girl, right? Like a servant girl.
Yeah, yeah, she
She
was a
called
servant.
she was called the help or
Yeah,
a
yeah,
help.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like she was like a slave to
yeah, yeah.
the
To
heir.
the Unbroken Clan,
Yep.
but she just like was very good friends with Caldelia's mom. Also, I agree with you. That's the only tech falls from dying.
And that
And
Twi'lek slave that threw herself off the cliff, off the balcony in Clone Wars.
oh my
Remember that?
goodness. Yeah, I do, but that's really dark. Thank you for reminding us about that. Um where was I going with that? It doesn't really matter. She has this like backstory with the Unbroken Clan, and there was a cat involved, and we're not really going to talk about it more.
No, we can just give more context. So that's why she was so sad when she killed the Nexu, because
Mm-hmm.
her Tuca cat was found by, and you're not supposed to have this, and they make her kill the cat. So then she had like PTSD when the Nexu was like, I have to kill this cat again. But that Nexu was one of the drawings. That thing was gigantic.
Yeah.
It was like way bigger than the previous drawings, and also way bigger than the one in Geonosis. Like this thing was like the size of a bus when it was,
Yeah.
but whatever.
And then Vader is like, oh no, Valen's definitely got away because you didn't kill him properly. And he has all of this like Imperial knowledge in his head because his head is a machine. So we need to send Inferno Squad to track him down, which is what happens. And Valence obviously survives the fall on the cliff. Okay.
Yeah, so Inferno Squadron from we talked about earlier from the video game. So I was like, I didn't even know they were in there. So I was super surprised when they showed up. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because they're like an elite. They're like kind of like a SEAL Team 6 type thing, like the elite squad type of thing.
I don't have any. I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm just gonna go to the next
Tired.
one.
We started like an hour and a half earlier than normal. Come on.
It's been 2 hours. My throat is hurting from nonstop quipping.
Oh dang.
Okay, let's keep going. I have a question for the next one though.
Okay.
Okay. The basic plan. So now we're on number 32. The Lost Findsman. I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, yeah. So this is like the Inferno Squad is out to get Valence and wipe his memory, but this issue was mostly this flashback of Zuckuss and his like the origin story of him being this thing called a Findsman, which we talked a lot about at the beginning. So actually, I don't really want to get into it, but the basic idea is that on his planet in his culture, they have like some sort of way of relating to the Force and navigating. But they have a different word for it. And in order to become a Findsman, you need to go through this ritual, which he does, and he like kind of is not successful at. We eventually, yeah, you had to find a flower. He didn't find the flower. He like killed a creature instead, and because of that, he has to go out into the world and find his own way, and he can't stay on the planet with his mom, which was pretty sad.
Did you like the clicking thing though?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I like the takeaway at the end where he's like, "Do you know what my secret is? It's always being open to finding a new path." I thought that was cute.
Yeah, I like the clicking. So if you're listening and you didn't read the comics, which is probably most of you, like Zuckuss is scared to do the ritual thing, like he seems like he's like the timid, weakest of his clan, or like of the like the same batch of eggs that hatched or whatever, and he was like the what's the term, like the runt of the litter, and his mom was like, well, here's this thing that we can do to give you power, and she just like starts clicking her like crab claw things, and Zuck is like, Mom, you're just making sounds with this thing, like that's not gonna mean anything. And she's like, but when you're in a hard time, you're gonna remember me doing this click, and it's gonna give you motivation to press on. And that's what he did later on. He remembered his mom's clicking, and he pushed through.
Yeah, which was cute. I hope he's been able to go back and see his mom. I'd like more Zuckuss. This brought me around to him.
All right. Goes home. His mom brings home Forlom. Hey, Mom, I want you to meet Forlom.
I like that. I like their bromance. They have a cute working relationship. Right. Okay. If you could have some sort of fun Star Wars power that was not the Force, that was like some magical thing that was kind of mystical and in like Star Wars adjacent, but not the Force, what would it be? You also could just take a power from like another like magical universe that you like, but I thought I was inspired by Zuckuss being a Findsman. That's where this question came from.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of powers that are not like tied to the Force in Star Wars, but like, or I don't know.
Or it could be, but it's like a different way than the Jedi relate to the Force. Like I'm thinking of, like the
What would you
witches
have?
or something.
Like what?
I'd probably have one of the witchy powers, like the
witchy
divination-y sort of things. Like I
Uh,
hate to bring it up, but like those accolade powers, like in those witches were kind of cool.
yeah, but can you sing to do the chant though?
I personally cannot sing, but I also don't have witch powers, so maybe I'd be able to pick
So you think
that
they
up.
can sing because they have witch powers, or do they have witch powers because they can sing?
Oh wait, no, I take it back. I do like the idea. This is kind of this. Never mind.
What? Just say it.
No,
Unless
no,
it's not family
not
friendly. It's not
No,
family
it's
friendly.
not. It is family friendly. It just was stupid. I don't want to say it.
We say stupid stuff all the time here in the podcast.
From other universes too. Yeah, totally. I mean, like that was kind of the second part of my question. Like you could obviously take like a magic power from Harry Potter, or like a god power from Percy Jackson, or like a Marvel power if you're into that. Those are the three I can think of off the top of my head. But any
All right, I'll steal one
universe.
from Stranger Things. Like I'd like to go into a person's like mind and like see their memories. And like
that's such a good one.
Like interact, because like in the show, spoiler, you can like get in their mind, like walk around like in the memory and like stuff like that. Like
I would love that.
You can't really like influence anything really. Like it's just you're just there like invisible, but like you can like study and listen and find clues and stuff like that.
That's nice.
But then you might find stuff you don't want to see. So there's that too, but it's whatever.
I'm trying to think which one I would want. That the thing is, I feel like a lot of these powers do kind of overlap. Like in my headcanon, anything that you like, a lot of like for instance, I'm thinking of Percy Jackson because I've been watching that show, and I feel like a lot of those powers are things that you could do with the Force if you just knew how to channel the Force in the right way.
Right. You're right. She asked, "Can I have avatar powers?"
Yeah, yep. That's a great one.
Water bending is the best of the four, in my opinion.
I know that's your opinion.
And what's your favorite of the bending in Avatar?
Obviously, I like fire bending.
Like you fire really?
No, because I like the fire benders.
You think Zuko's a heartthrob? Is that what you're doing?
Of course, I like the bad characters.
You like the dangerous. You're in a dangerous man.
Yeah. But I like Azula too. Like I like the whole like fire gang. Like I just don't like generic heroes as much. As much as I know like a Katara is cool, whatever. Yes, Zuko. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Yuretsi. It's the right choice. I also love Toph. How do we feel about Toph on this podcast?
I love Toph. Did you see the first trailer for season 2 of the live action one?
No,
where we see her?
No. I never watched the first season of the live action one.
It's okay. It's okay. Some of it, there's like some really good scenes, but like it's just not as good as the animated show.
Yeah, but we're like they're coming out with a new movie, right? Yeah, Toph is the absolute best. Yes.
Yeah. I think later on this year, it's an animated. It's like the original series, like those characters as adults.
Yes, exactly.
So it'd be cool. Cause did you ever watch Legend of Korra?
Yeah, I did.
So it's like we see the flashbacks of them as adults. Like it'd be that group of
summer.
The movie comes out on Paramount. It's not an in theaters thing.
No, it will be in theaters too.
That's weird,
right?
Oh, Red Buff is in the chat. What's up, Red Buff? We started like an hour and a half ago.
We're talking about Avatar, The Last Airbender. If you have any thoughts, please feel free to chime in. They took it out of the best show ever. Yes. Okay. What sort of bender would you be?
And why is it water bending? But
don't Don't get influenced negatively. Okay, yeah, he's typing. We'll get a definitive answer.
Yep. But anyway.
Okay, yes. Oh, he was about water. Okay. Great. Okay, so now we're on to 33. In the crosshairs of Inferno Squad, I do feel like I have more context now about Inferno Squad, so thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate these issues a bit more. Inferno Squad is like, okay, we need to proceed with caution because all these people are very impressive. Like Tonga and her crew are good. We don't want to underestimate them. The crew is fighting and Tonga has to take control. Meanwhile, in the unbroken clan fortress, Vukura is being like a real strong woman. She's like, haha, look, I'm so cool. And she has this whole elaborate plan to get IG-88 to basically kill the entire remaining membership of the Unbroken clan so that she can then just like leave that life behind, which was a good conclusion to her story. And there's this funny little interaction where Tonga and Forlam are out buying a hyperdrive, a classic Star Wars scene. And Forlam is like, am I supposed to be interested in what you're saying, human? He's not that interested. And then basically they get ambushed by the Inferno Squad and Tonga gets taken out. And one of the lady in the Inferno Squad disguises herself as Tonga and does it like so that she can do an ambush on the Tonga's team and their ship.
So did you say Vukara? Did you say the end of her story?
Yeah.
Is it the end of her story, or is there going to be more of it?
Oh, I mean, it's the end that
we get in this collection.
Yeah, I think actually technically the next issue was the end, and I jumped ahead. But yeah, her story ends with her leaving the Unbroken clan, basically.
Does she leave it though? I thought she.
Yeah, she resigns, and then she's like, the only way I could ever leave this life behind is if everyone was taken out.
Well, I thought it was she resigned so that she's no longer the leader because IG-88 was assigned to take out the leaders. Like, so then now that they're all dead, now she's reinstated herself.
I mean, my iPad died, so I can't open it, but I'm pretty sure in the last like panel we see of her, she's like, "Oh, I'm off to do my own thing." While you look, I'll just respond to these messages. I love water bending because of blood bending. That's from your Etsy. It's a great call. And then water or air, also a great call. This one I feel like is more for Jeremiah. Loving the podcast. Recovering from wisdom teeth. Yeah, I can relate to that. Are either of you guys watching Percy Jackson?
Nope.
I meant the people in the chat.
Is that Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never.
It's fun. I would recommend it. I feel like it's good. Oh yeah. So you. Oh my God. You guys are both watching it. That's great. So you guys both watched the latest episode? Did you guys also read the books? Jeremiah, do we have a definitive answer on Vukura?
Oh, I'm reading it right now. But what are they saying in the chat?
Yes, Percy, I'd burn it all down, Jackson. I honestly am like, people on the internet, I feel like on my Reddit, they have been so critical of them like rushing the Percy and Annabeth like relationship, but I loved it when he said that. I thought it was really sweet.
So this is the last page, blah, blah, blah. They take out all the Unbroken Clan leadership, and then it says, Vukura's speaking to IG-88 says, you got what you were seeking, and I got what I needed.
Yeah.
And then IG-88 says, query, what did you get out of this transaction? And Vukura, like looking like at the camera in a sense, like with like a sinister look on her, saying, a fresh start.
A fresh start, yeah. So I read that to mean that she like is leaving the clan behind, but I guess we could both be right.
We'll have to. If you want to know, tune in next Comics with Grace.
I don't want to know.
Whenever we do that.
I don't care.
You don't care?
um, red buff. I also, yes, this is the right answer. I like in the last couple of years, I've also read the like Trials of Apollo books, which were not nearly as good as the OG Percy Jackson, but still worth a read if you ever need to scratch that itch. And yeah, I remember seeing that movie in theaters and being so disappointed. Anyway, back to Star Wars. We're almost at the end. Oh yeah. So basically, that the besides the stuff with Vukora, which I already kind of talked about, we have our team like coming to a resolution with Inferno Squad, which I didn't fully understand, but I guess Lieutenant Hayden, because she still kind of loves Valence, is like, you can't kill them. All you need to do is erase his memories. And Valence is like, I guess you can erase my memories. And it's kind of sad because in erasing the memories, he like loses his last memory of his parents, one of his last humanizing characteristics. But he's willing to do that in order to save Bosk's life, despite the fact that he and Bosk have been fighting a bunch. So that was a sweet moment. And then at the very end, Tasu is like, I'm going to leave. You guys don't appreciate me. You like make fun of me for not speaking basic. And Tonga's like, that's fine, you can leave, but please also take Losha with you. I don't want her to be fighting with us anymore. So Tonga drugs Losha and sends her with Tasu, and that's the end.
And Zuckuss got killed, right? When Inferno Squadron arrived, like they injure Losha, and then Zuckuss gets shot and killed. I mean, the last thing he does is like shoots his own gun to like alert people in the ship.
Oh,
I think he's dead.
Okay.
You don't care?
I missed that. I do. I like Zuckuss. I hope he's not dead.
I think he's dead. But then like you said, how it ends, like Tonga is alive with Bosk and Valence. So then the three of them are going on some sort of mission or something. We don't know what it is. Like, what's their goal? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
So
it's nice. That's a good team. I like Valence, and Bosk is fun, and Tonga has to be there. So I'm excited to see what the three of them do next.
She has to be there. So I guess what the predictions are. So I get the last page. It says like they're gonna go after Boba Fett. Mm-hmm. So like, does that mean they're still trying to track down Han's carbonite block? Or
I forgot about that.
Because like that was what Valence was originally doing. I gotta go rescue my friend Han.
Yeah.
Because Boba Fett had him, and there's like a bounty on Boba Fett because he has Han.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're still not at episode 6 yet. Interesting.
So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Han getting passed back and forth between people that capture him, and then eventually finds his way to Tatooine.
And I guess we'll get more of Tonga and Kira, because we still don't know exactly how Tonga and Kira end up working super closely together.
Right.
I need to go back and look at the Kira comics. And then we don't know what happens to Valence. I thought about Googling it earlier just so I would know, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you love your spoilers.
Well, I don't know. I was like, should I know? Like, I couldn't remember if I was supposed to remember what happened with Valence, but then I was like, I think I just don't know, and I decided not to spoil it.
I feel like he's gonna die? At some point.
Yeah, same. But I hope not. I hope he finds happiness.
So do we think though that? So I'm trying to remember though. His girlfriend
Yura is dead.
She is officially dead?
Well, no. I mean, they said there was no survivors. And I think in the Kira comics, we see them getting killed. But
oh, that's right.
But
I remember, because we were talking about how she had the
diadem. Yeah.
The diadem like Avar Kriss. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that. Then
yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, that's
the other day somebody asked what a diadem was, and I was like, please. You clearly haven't engaged with fantasy content. Let me tell you about
What was the
diadems.
content? How did that come up in conversation that they would ask that? Did you bring it up?
No, no, no. It was like maybe it was something historical. Like there was some book or like something used the word diadem, and somebody's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "I got you."
And did you nerd out and they kind of like rolled their eyes like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I bet,
Do you
yes.
own a diadem? Do you ever wear a diadem? Like,
I had one when I did the Avar Chris cosplay. I don't have it with me right now, but it's somewhere in Oregon.
but would you ever have like an actual like jewelry piece that's a diadem and wear it like in a formal setting?
I would love to. I feel like perhaps it's a little bit like I don't. For some part of me is feeling like it would be culturally like insensitive. Like maybe there are some cultures that would wear jewelry like that, and it wouldn't be appropriate for me to wear it. But
Oh.
like, assuming that it, like, yes, I totally would for a normal like
What does it
formal
have a
event in real
cultural
life.
like what is the cultural like origin? Is there like
I don't really know. I don't want to like. I'm not positive, so I don't want to get it wrong.
right?
But I had definitely considered it for like a law formal event or something. So maybe I will this year. We have like an annual ball, so maybe I'll bite the bullet and go all in. Let's
Fun.
bring diadems back as a society, not
as
just
as a
me, but like all
society.
of us. Yeah.
But then you wouldn't. Then it would be so mainstream that you would like feel like it's no longer cool.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We do like to be a little bit different, not mainstream.
Yep.
Yeah, attracting attention. Okay. Okay, Jeremiah, you make great points. Very, very insightful.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
I think we should listen to our voicemail now.
Okay. All right. Let's transition over to everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time.
We like to be whimsical. That's funny.
It's voicemail time. All right, fun. All right, we have one voicemail tonight, sent in last minute by Will because we didn't have anyone. I put a call in the Discord and he sent one in, and so this is a question that I think we've answered before, but it's also a good one. So let's take a listen.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. At work. Don't tell anybody. Anyways, I was wondering, what is your guys' favorite cookie? For me, it has to be classic chocolate chip. It can be from any brand. I would like the brand specified too, but for me, it's as long as it's chocolate chip, it's fine.
All right, thank you, rebellious Will over there working while on the clock, getting paid to send in a voicemail. Oh, that's right, I forgot. The chat can't hear the soundboard. Thank you,
But now
Grace.
that I know how to use the chat, I'm on it.
I'm
Jeremiah.
happy that you remember it because I totally forgot about that. So, what is your favorite cookie? I think we talked about this probably when we did the blind ranking number 3 when we ranked cookies for the opening round, practice round. But what is your favorite cookie?
Like the soft one with icing on top.
The Loft House or whatever it's called. That was called.
Yeah, I don't know.
The big thick pink frosting on it usually. Those are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I feel like they get old really quick though. Like you have one like, wow, this is good, and then you have a second one like, yeah, it's good, and then you're like, okay, I've had enough.
But isn't it like that with all cookies? Like, can you imagine
here's-
any cookie where
here's-
you're like, I want to eat 3? Like, I feel
Here's
like
an example. I will
Okay,
give you a real
okay.
life example.
Okay.
So, like I this past weekend had a late
Yeah.
Christmas on my mom's side,
Yeah.
and I made homemade chocolate chip cookies, and I
Mhm.
had some cookie dough left over I had in the freezer.
Yeah.
And last night I was like, I want some cookies. So
Yes.
I had 6 pre-balled portions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just cooked them, and I
Yeah.
baked them a little bit longer than normal so they're just extra crispy.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy. Extra crispy is
oh,
a choice.
extra crispy compared to how I normally would. Not like
Okay.
overly crispy, just extra
Okay.
than how I normally do
Just extra.
it. And so I made 6 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I ate all 6 cookies. Like I was like, I'm gonna have 3
As you
tonight,
should.
and then
Yeah.
I'll put 3 in a container, and I'll have them, the next day. And I didn't. I ate all 6. They were so good.
That you needed all 6.
I don't know if I
Fine.
don't
Fair
know if I
enough.
needed them,
You needed them all. They were
but
essential for your brain function and sleep.
so like the chocolate chip recipe that I have is pretty good. And so that one's really good. But I think my favorite cookie is the monster cookie that I make.
Okay. What's in a monster cookie?
So it's like a peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chip.
Ooh.
But
Ooh, that's good.
usually people will put M&Ms in that. But instead of M&Ms, I
Ooh.
use Reese's Pieces instead. So you get extra peanut butter.
Yum.
So
That sounds so good.
So that's my favorite cookie that I make, and my favorite cookie that I like to eat. So when you come to Minnesota, I'll make you some of those. How about that?
Okay, that sounds good. There's this cookie place that they have here, which is like a chain that I think is from New York called Levain that makes these really thick cookies. Which I get
I've never had those thick ones I see like on Instagram and stuff, but
on Instagram.
I know people love them. But
people love them. They're a lot. I feel like the cookie that I'm most often exposed to, besides crumble, obviously, which is the other one everyone likes. But yeah, there's something to be said for a good classic homemade chocolate chip. I really support you in that decision, Jeremiah.
and then other than
Snickerdoodles.
Snickers are really good.
Good.
Other than oatmeal raisin, what are your least favorite cookies?
Yeah, oatmeal raisin, terrible, should be banned. I don't know if you're familiar with like Rocky Road cookies. I don't love those. It's like I think it's chocolate and like marshmallows or something. I don't love s'mores cookies either. It's like I think chocolate cookie I only like in like if it's really good. If it's chocolate.
Then I got to make you my chocolate cookie too, because I have a special ingredient that I put in when I make chocolate, anything like whether it's brownies or cake or chocolate
salt.
cookies. Oh,
what's your special ingredient?
Do you want me to spoil it now, or do you want to like come to Minnesota and I make it and you taste it and then you tell me what you think it is?
I feel like you have to tell the podcast listeners because they might not all be coming to Minnesota.
Oh, you're right. So whenever I make something chocolate, I always use almond extract.
Ooh.
I think almond extract and chocolate go together really well.
Okay.
And so if it's a brownie, so like when I make the brownies, I use that, and it for whatever reason it almost tastes like cherry, like chocolate cherry. So people always think like, well, what is that? Is that cherry? I'm like, nope, but it's almond extract. But I think it's really, really good.
Okay. Wow. I'm excited to try it.
But like, what about like, because Will kind of asked about like brands, like you did chains, but like, do you like a Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookie or like those kind of cookies? No.
And I like Oreos, but only if they're mega stuffed.
Okay, so you
What
like
about you?
So you like frosting, okay? Which makes sense why your favorite cookie is the one, because there's all that frosting on it.
I like grandma's cookies. Those are pretty good, right?
Oh, like in the bag, like the little like single. I think I haven't had one of those in a long time.
I haven't had those since I was a kid.
Yeah, they're definitely not that great anymore.
I feel like I don't eat a lot of even Oreos. I don't feel like I've had in a long time, though. I obviously support eating them when they're available.
I think that's all the cookies.
Cool. Oh, I can tell another Oreo story because you're at these Danish butter cookies. Oh,
those are good. Have you had those?
No, I don't know what that is.
They're kind of like
I'm googling.
You know, like people have like the big tins, and they have like the little paper sleeves,
like shortbread.
Kind of like a shortbread cookie, but they're a little bit more like lighter, a little bit more light. and crispy.
Okay.
Those are good.
Yeah. What about cookies with like jam in them? Because that's some of the pictures of those came
Those are
up when I
like
Googled.
thumbprint cookies.
Yeah,
Those are good, I guess. But they're
those are good. They had something in the UK when I was living there that was like called Jammy Dodgers. I mean, if we have any people who are from the UK who listen to this podcast, you know better than I do, but I loved those. It was like two shortbready cookies with like
yeah.
jam in the middle.
Yeah.
Really addicting.
I have those here. I've had those here.
Oh.
But I don't
Okay,
think they're
well.
called that though.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
All
I
right.
don't have anything else.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Will, for
On that note,
thank you, Will, for sending in the voicemail, keeping the streak alive.
and thank you, Yoretzi, for being such an incredible participant in the chat.
Yep.
Really made the experience.
Yep,
and Red Buff briefly.
Yep. But next week, Drew and I will be doing a book review on the new Darth Vader book that came out last fall, Master of Evil, which we were supposed to do back in December, and then we canceled it. But so unfortunately, like I read like 3/4 of the book, and then we canceled, and so like I have to like remember what
fresh
I read and stuff, so and then finish it for next week. But yeah, it's a very, very interesting book. I think, Grace, you'd be interested in reading it. So if you want to binge it this week and join us next week, you can. You're invited. You're always invited.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then after that, I don't remember what else we got. We don't got much. But then next month, Grace will be back Valentine's Day week, and we're doing our Valentine's Day special, doing The Princess and the Scoundrel.
Which I read that like 2 or 3 years ago. Like I'm gonna need to refresh it. Like I'm just gonna reread it, which is exciting.
And what's also exciting is if you have the audio book for it, there's 2 voice actors. So Mark Thompson does the male voice for Han, and then the female character does the voice for Leia. So we actually get 2 different voice actors doing. So I'm excited for that, and I think the female narrator is the main narrator through the book.
Nice.
But it's nice to have Mark Thompson there to do the Han voice. So
that is nice. That's a good love story. Talking about, good romances in Star Wars.
Come on, you were just saying that Leia could do way better than Han.
I was not saying that. You said that. I was just validating your point.
Validating because you agree.
It's still a cute love story.
I guess it is cute. I guess
both can be true.
Yep, you can be a scoundrel and win the heart of a princess. Just the story of most guys. I feel like most guys they marry up, right?
You said it, not me.
Would you say your boyfriend married up?
Well, I'm not married.
Well, I know, but
but
you're equal. It's okay.
I do have a diadem and he doesn't.
Oh, dang.
That tells you all you need to know, Jeremiah.
Okay. Fun. All right. Let's do some social media and we can get out of here. So if you are just discovering us after you found our Stranger Things Season 5 review and you want to get connected with us, you're a little skeptic, you didn't want to join last week, but now you've listened to a new episode of Star Wars content and you've been listening, go in the description.
You definitely do want to join, right? Like, I mean, it would be a mistake not to.
Yep, because this is episode 338. So
wow,
you got a lot to catch up on. I think Grace has been on like 20-ish. This is Comics with Grace number 8.
Okay.
And she's done book reviews and some other stuff. So she's been on like 20-some episodes over the past little over 2 years. So
it's become enough that like I now do use it as my fun fact. When I have to go around and share a fun fact, I talk about the Star Wars.
What do you say?
Podcast.
That I do you say I have a Star Wars podcast?
No, I say I guest occasionally or like regularly guest on a Star Wars podcast.
Yeah. And what do people say?
People love it. I mean, it actually does give me a lot of street cred. So
Do people
then they all
like,
want to listen to it, and I get embarrassed.
why? Help us out. Don't get embarrassed. You're helping us out.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so go in the description below, click to links.co/Empire Radio, link spelled with 2 I's. Click that so you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, on Twitch. Normally when Drew's here, he does the live streams on Twitch, and so you can join the chat. When he's not here, we do it in Discord, and it's like a duct tape, putting it together with duct tape, and it works, but it gets done. So follow us on Twitch for live streams, YouTube. Join the Discord. If we are in the Discord, you can join us in Discord too. So that's a lot of fun. There's a fan email if you want to email us about anything.
Mm-hmm. Like who's going to be on your bounty hunter team, what the name of your ship is, who you ship with Ahsoka, who you're taking to the disco. Feel free to answer any of those questions and send your answers to Jeremiah, and he will read through all of them.
Well, that or you could just send it in as a voicemail and we play it on air next week.
That's true.
Or in future episodes.
Yeah.
But if you send them via email, I'll read them too. I think that's everything. Anything else, Grace?
No.
No more final questions that you had for me? Like
no.
I really like that you did it. I think moving forward for comics, that should be your new like thing, because like we were first you were doing.
Thank you for assigning me more work, but I also liked it.
It's not more work;
fun.
it's easy. But because like originally we were doing like PowerPoint presentations, and that kind of fell off, and then we kind of were just kind of winging it. But I like that you put that new element in there, so I think you should do that moving forward.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that.
All right. Well, you've been listening to another comics-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Grace.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.